What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 68 of Littleroot Lessons. As always, I'm your host, Carter Noble, joined by our fantastic co-host, Carl Wilkin. What's up, dude?
We got 2 microphones.
Well, I mean, we've always had to, just not for this.
Yeah, we're trying something new. We're going to see if this sound quality is a little bit better. Let us know below if you like what we're doing, hate this, I don't know.
And
we're just kind of
if people like it, then we'll get a second one. Okay, so I have my mic at my house, which Carl is currently using. I am using Carl's mic, which he has at his house, which we record at. So he's like, hey, I have an idea. We've tried this before, but we couldn't make it work, but I've made it work now, so bring your mic. It's like, okay, sure. So if this works and everything sounds good and people actually like it and the quality is actually better than what it was before, which it should be.
You'd think it would be, but who knows?
Especially since we're not, like, fighting over a mic. I mean, I don't really want to say we're fighting over it, but it's whatever. It'll be fine. But yeah, if it works out and everything's fine, then we'll look into getting technically a third mic.
Yeah, one to just leave at my house so we don't have to worry about it.
I don't have to travel with mine every week, but it'll be all right. So, what do we got lined up this week, man? I know there's quite a bit. We had quite a bit of news and everything else this week.
Well, we had E3, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, I heard, so I haven't actually looked at a lot of E3 news. One of the big things that came out of this is there's a couple things. I don't know if they're specifically related to E3, but I know, like, specifically Halo Infinite, completely ignoring, like, what we were originally going to talk about, but it's related to it, kind of.
Yeah.
Originally, obviously, we were going to talk about, like, the Nintendo Direct and everything there.
All that.
But Halo Infinite, I'm a huge fan of the series. It's something that several of my buddies from high school, we still play together on the Master Chief Collection. So, like, Halo Infinite, has news of they're going to have the battle passes, but there's going to be no expiration dates on them, which is honestly awesome.
That's kind of cool.
No loot boxes, so, like, whatever's in the game, you can get playing the game. You don't have to spend $175 trying to randomly pull something.
There's no gambling.
Yeah, which, hey, I don't know if you know this, but games shouldn't have gambling in them.
Yeah.
Once you buy the game, you should be able to play the game. What a crazy concept.
Yeah, what a weird concept, right?
And then, like, the other big news from it is, like, the new Battlefield trailer. People are going absolutely crazy for. I could care less.
Yeah.
Halo is about the closest you'll get me to, like, a generic shooter anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that's strictly so I can play with my buddies from high school. Like, I tried to play Warzone when, like, it's obviously still very popular in, like, generic gaming. I played about 3 games. I got lagged out of every single one of them. And, like, my computer's not a piece of junk. I do, like, video editing and recording, and, like, it can handle anything I have ever thrown at it. Literally, Warzone just
destroys it.
Didn't run.
Yeah. That's
weird. It didn't matter what I did to try to make it run. It just could not properly run because the program sucks.
That's really weird.
So I just gave up on it. I played about 2 games, got basically nowhere. I'm just like, this is garbage. I'm deleting this.
Yeah.
I am deleting this 150 gigs worth of game. Shit you not, 150 gigs that I spent 4 hours downloading with my internet. 4 might be an exaggeration, but it's probably not.
That's a lot.
It was absurd for me to play 3 games and just like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done with this. Outside of the random me missing a ton of E3, I got to watch the Direct at work. That was fun.
I didn't watch the Direct, like, live.
You kind of went back and
on my break, I'm just like, all right, I have, a 30-minute drive to the next town to do my next stop.
I got plenty of time to watch all this.
Yeah, basically. Don't, text and drive and all that stuff. Don't do what I do.
Don't do as Carter does.
Don't showdown and drive, just...
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, we got a bunch of news from Nintendo
about the future of a lot of different, like, first parties and third parties that we hadn't seen in a while, and it's kind of nice. The big thing was the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer was the big one.
So starting out, you get like this cool cutscene. There's Ganon being thrown into a river of lava. I'm just like, all right, this is clearly Breath of the Wild news. And then Tekken is now in Smash.
Yes, yeah. Now we get what's his name, Kazuya. It's
yes. I've never actually played a Tekken game in my life.
Same.
It is the cover boy of Tekken.
Yeah.
I don't know his name. Legitimately, I don't know.
I played a lot of Street Fighter instead of Tekken. I was very Street Fighter.
Well, now you can play both at the same time, Carl.
I don't even own Smash anymore.
But you could play both at the same time.
I'm good. I saw that the trailer for his moves. It's a lot like the moves are a lot like Tekken, and what I'm assuming is the control inputs will be a lot like Tekken.
Yeah.
Which that'll be interesting because it's going to be on one of these or the Hori pad, one of the two. That's what you're going to be playing with.
Yeah, I would be... It looks, and I don't know, man. It looks very unique. It feels like everything that he has is like his move set is so much larger than every other characters in the game.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to call back to the game he's from. Yeah. You know? So it makes sense to have it this way. But I don't know. I haven't played Smash in
over
year and a half.
I'm about to say it's been over a year.
When did Pokemon come out? Yeah, then.
We brought Smash with us to the hotel room for Collinsville.
Yep. And I think we brought it, and I don't think we actually played.
I know I played it. I played it like once.
I don't remember.
Because I won with Rob. That's all I remember. Because I spent an hour hooking it up to that TV.
I do remember this. And then we played like 3 games. We're like, all right, cool, I'm going to bed.
Yep, we're going to bed. And then it was just Pokemon all weekend.
Yep.
It was great.
Did not look back.
Things that were on the list that I'm excited for that I want to talk about. I want to talk about the Advance Wars 1 and 2.
That's all you. I literally don't know anything about this game.
So it's literally kind of like it's like a battle sim. So you get put in scenarios throughout the game. You have an army. They have an army. Your goal is to play through the game, kind of like what you would think of. It,
like in the trailer, it kind of reminded me of like the tactical side of like Fire Emblem.
I'm about to say it's like the fighting side, like the tactical like inputs of Fire Emblem all the time.
But I also have never played a Fire Emblem game. So
it's that grid map moving.
That's what it looks like. That's what I thought, but again, I've never really been a fan of those kind of games, so like...
Advance Wars was the only one I really liked. It's a lot of fun, the story's great, the characters are cool, very over the top with their personalities, which is kind of cool too.
Which, especially in the era that it was made, that's kind of what you needed to do to kind of stand out from everything else, so not really surprised to hear that.
Yep. What else am I excited for? Metroid Dread. I wanted Prime 4 news. We got Metroid Dread instead.
Is it bizarre to anyone else?
No.
That is like, hey, we're working on this game. We have been working on this and had this announced for years. Also, here's this other game. Please don't kill us. Have this hold you over until it's done. By the way, we're still working on it. Please don't look at us funny.
I'm actually not surprised at all.
It just... Like, no information about Prime 4 is just, oh yeah, it's still in development. Don't worry about it. It's over there. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't look over there. It's fine.
It's fine. But that's all we're going to tell you about it. It's
so that's all
still there.
That's all you get.
Which is just so bizarre.
I'm used to it by now. It's Nintendo.
I wish I could say I'm not. But at the same time, it's just like, we were kind of talking about it the other day on Discord. It's just like, I didn't realize Breath of the Wild 2 was announced 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah. It was...
I can't believe the Switch is 5 years old.
We'll get to how old the Switch is and how I'm surprised we didn't get any kind of information about the Pro probably when we get a little bit further into the episode. But yeah, Switch is 5 years old now. Breath of the Wild was announced. The Breath of the Wild 2 was announced 3 years ago. Prime 4 was announced almost. I think it was about
the same time. Because I remember we didn't get a lot of it. And it's just like, here's the Prime logo, here's the number 4, and everyone, shit their collective pants about it.
Yeah.
It's like, which is, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. I know I am. Immediately even consider saying this. I owned Metroid Prime. I believe I still do. I would have to dig for it, but I know I at one point in my life owned it.
Mm-hmm.
I played about 10 minutes of this game and went, I don't like this. This is not for me. I'm done.
I am very much a fan of the 2D Metroids more than the 3D Metroids, but the 3D Metroids are really cool.
Like, I haven't played a true Castlevania game or a Metroidvania style game. Oh God, in years.
Well, guess what? Super Metroid is on the Switch if you have online.
I don't think I've ever actually played Super Metroid.
Highly recommend it. It is great.
I'm not surprised to hear that because I feel like it's the style of game I would really enjoy.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know because I don't know how well it is aged. Obviously, compared to the original, Super Metroid is by far the one that people recommend.
Oh yeah.
Just like Legend of Zelda, people don't recommend you play the first one. People tell you to go play the
Ocarina of Time.
Nope.
That's the one most of the time people play if you want to.
The 2D one.
For 2D,
SNES.
you want Link's Awakening or Link to the Past.
Yeah, there you go. Link to the Past.
You want one of those?
That's the one that people always tell me to go play if I want to play a 2D one. I've tried. I did not enjoy it. I've tried multiple times.
You probably would enjoy Link's Awakening. It's a little bit it's less of a Zelda game than the other ones are.
Okay.
It's kind of more, I'm on this island, I get to do these dungeons in whatever order, blah, 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 blah.
Whereas, that's something that kind of threw me off with Link to the Past. It's like, okay, go do this dungeon. Okay, now you can go do this one. And, it felt super linear and not nearly as open world as I anticipated. And it might be that I didn't play it long enough to get to that open worldness. Where you need...
Most Zeldas actually aren't open world. Breath of the Wild is the first open world.
Okay. Which, again, I haven't played Breath of the Wild. People are going to just kill me after this episode.
Yeah, no, you're not going to make it out of this episode alive. I would say the first attempt at open world is probably the Wind Waker. Because it's still linear in fashion, but once you get to about halfway through the game... The whole island's kind of open up. Once you have all the boots and you're hunting Triforce pieces, you get to explore the whole ocean area and things like that. You can find them in any order. You can do these things in any order, and it's kind of open world that way. And they kind of try to explore that, but they wanted to keep the Zelda pattern of need this item to beat this dungeon, to get to this boss, to beat this boss, to get this item, to beat this dungeon, kind of like that. Which that's the Zelda formula forever.
Yeah, that's very much how...
Breath of the Wild does a very good job of being an open world.
Hey, you can do these in any order. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but in Breath of the Wild, can't you literally go fight Ganon at the very beginning?
Yep, the 80% goes and beats Ganon. I think the 80% record currently is 13 minutes or something like that.
Absolutely absurd.
Remember.
I know you just clip out of the first dungeon and you're like, all right, cool. I don't need any of this stuff. I'm going to go beat up Ganon.
I'm actually going to look it up real quick. It's 28:59 with no amiibos.
Is that the current world record?
I believe that is the current world record with no amiibo. Let's get to speedrun.com real quick. Because there's an amiibo record, which is true any percent.
Okay.
And it is 25 minutes and 33 seconds.
And no amiibo is 27:19 is what.
Yep. That's the first no amiibo.
Do they have any other platform other than the Switch? You can't You can't play on emulator, right?
There is no emulator. There's Wii U, but it's a little bit slower on Wii U.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I completely forgot this was on Wii U too.
Yeah, it's on the Wii U, but it's not. It doesn't run as fast as it does on the Switch.
I mean, that's just a progression of hardware development and everything else. That obviously the newer system is going to be able to run it better.
You want to see a real world record? 100%.
This is not only all shrines. This is all obtainable items, right?
Everything.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to see
18 hours.
I'm good. No, thank you.
That's insane. Anywho,
not to deter too much, but the Shenanigans is going to do a catch-em-all for Emerald and a randomized catch-em-all for Emerald. And he's projected to be like 14 hours, I think he said.
Jeez.
It's like, that sounds absolutely awful. Like, I cannot imagine thinking that sounds fun.
I'm excited for SGDQ.
Dude, same. That's coming up, next month?
July 4th is the first day.
Good Lord. I know I've kind of seen the schedule, but not like in depth. Usually it's just like, I want to see what Mario games are being ran, what like, you know, iconic Nintendo games are being ran, because like those are the franchises I basically care about.
I look for Horror Block because I like watching the Silent Hill speedruns and I like watching the Resident Evil speedruns. I look for Metroid specifically because Super Metroid speedrun is a hoot to watch.
Especially it has been a very long time since I've actually watched it, but I do know it's just like over the years the boss segments have the boss routes have changed drastically. And it used to be very linear, and now it's just like, well, there's like 5 different routes
you can
this one is technically the fastest if you get the best RNG and everything else, but if you don't, then this is the most this is the most consistent route. And it's like, I don't want to grind world record in this category. Thank you.
I don't blame you. The cool things with the Metroid runs nowadays is they're like combining them with Link to the Past.
Yeah.
Those are the cool ones where you have both.
See, my big thing is I haven't played either of these games.
So what it usually is it's 2 people and it switches back and forth.
Oh, see, I've seen...
You can get items for both games.
I've seen the combined randomizer where basically every loading zone can take you to any possible loading zone.
Yeah.
So you can walk into... You're walking out of your house from Link to the Past could take you to the random mission, just random Missile Bay and Super Metroid, and cool, this amount of the map is open to you, and you can obtain this many checks for your items and such, which then you can have access to this loading zone, which takes you to the second dungeon in Link to the Past. And it's like,
great.
What?
It's great to watch all that stuff.
I feel like you really need to know both of those games.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you definitely do.
Like, cannot imagine casually beating both of them once and being like, this seems like a good idea. Be like, I literally have no idea where I'm at.
Oh, we got sidetracked a little bit. I think that was everything I was excited for.
Did I hear that there's a Psychonauts 2 finally being announced?
I think so.
Like, obviously that's not related to the Nintendo Direct, but I thought I saw on Twitter that it had been announced and people were going insane about it too.
I think so.
The only reason I say that is because I'm looking at the GDQ schedule and Psychonauts is on day 1.
That would make sense. Is new Pokemon Snap on there?
No, but it's going to be on the hotfix this week, I think.
It was last night.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. I watched it.
I wanted to watch it, but I couldn't remember what day it was.
It was last night. It was right after the Mercy Kill for Pokemon Snap.
Yep, you are correct.
They beat that one with like 35 minutes to spare.
What?
They had overestimate, I guess, which is fine. They hadn't touched the game in 10 years.
Yeah.
So they had an hour 20 minutes, an hour and 20 minute estimate. Well, they finished it in just under an hour.
Yeah, Paper Mario.
Which one?
1.
Oh.
The original.
Cool.
It's a bonus game.
Speaking of Mario,
Take my money.
Speaking of Mario, we had Mario Party Superstars as well.
I thought you were going to talk about Rabbids. And I was like, sure, man, whatever.
No, Mario Party Superstars is much better than Rabbids.
I have played my fair share of Mario Party 2. It is the one I had growing up, and I have played it. I know all those mini games like the back of my hand and then some.
Mm-hmm.
And I know they have one of the boards from it. I don't know if they teased all the boards. I know there's also like gameplay footage for it in like the 4-hour block that Nintendo
the
had
treehouse, yeah.
Which I obviously did not watch that.
Oh yeah, no.
I did not have that much time to actually sit back, relax, and watch all that. But I have heard that was something that was included. As to what was actually revealed in it, I'm not sure. I know there's at least one map from 2, one map from 3.
All the maps are from the N64 era,
Which is 1 through 3. I think 4 through 8 are GameCube.
I believe that is correct.
So I would be interested in seeing which ones, because I've played a couple months back. Tiff and I were really in a Mario Party kick, so we played like all the maps on 2, and she's like, well, can we get any of the others? And I looked at like vintage stock in a couple different places, and everywhere I went, all the Mario Party games had literally been bought out like that week.
Yep.
I'm just like, okay. So instead I just got an emulator. It's like, this is fine.
We can do this instead. Yeah.
And I've played a handful of maps on 3, and I really like all them too. There's really never been a Mario Party game I haven't enjoyed.
Yeah, kind of.
What was the one on the Wii U? Wasn't
that 10 with the Bowser pad thing?
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, I didn't play that one.
It's like the only one that I'm just like, I don't know if I want to play this again.
Again, implying that we played it once.
I have. My little brother and I played through like all the maps on it and everything. It's like, okay, this is fine.
Yeah.
But like obviously the one on the Switch, which is 11.
It's Super Mario Party, but technically it is 11. Yes.
Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic.
Would you have rather Superstars been a DLC pack for a regular Mario Party? I figured.
1000%. I am genuinely surprised that's not what they did.
How much are you willing to pay for it?
If it was DLC,
yeah.
How many maps are included?
Probably the 5. But you also get all the mini games added to your minigame collection.
$25-$30.
Well, it's probably going to retail for $60.
Yep.
WarioWare retails for $50.
What?
I couldn't tell you why. The new WarioWare game is going to be retail for $50.
I'm really excited about that. I'm not going to lie.
I'm not a WarioWare guy, but it's in the same vein of here's fun, zany mini games.
At the same time, they are very much single player mini games.
Not this one.
Yeah, true. Which I believe this is the first time.
I think this is the first multiplayer minigame style thing.
I know there was the original one on the Game Boy Advance, I believe. I think there was 2 for the Game Boy Advance, and I owned both of them growing up, and I played them many, many, many times. Beat them too many times to count. When I didn't play Pokemon, that was like my go-to game. Mm-hmm. So like the series is cool. I really enjoy it. I'm excited to see that they're bringing it back. Do I know if I'm going to get it? Probably not.
Yeah.
And at this point, there's just too many other party games that I already own.
If it goes on sale, probably pick it up.
Yeah, maybe. Like, that's kind of what I did with Doom Eternal. It's just like, I really wanted this game. It was supposed to come out last March. It didn't. Hey, it's on sale for $15. Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, I don't know if it was exactly that number, but whatever.
It's on sale right now, actually.
Yeah, I saw that. They had all the Doom games
There's
on sale.
A whole bunch of stuff on sale right now. A lot of them are probably ending after this weekend because it was E3 sales and whatnot.
Yep. I saw that NBA 2K21 was on sale for $4.79.
Uh-huh.
It's like, I screenshot that. I'm like, that cannot be the actual price. And I never went to go check. Like, I also don't care.
Yeah. I'd be surprised if anyone does care.
Like, I don't play. I've never played an NBA game, so I don't really care. If I want to play, like, my generic sports game, I want Tiger Woods golf. give me the PGA games. I will play those.
Mario Golf, though.
Which is why I love Mario Golf.
Which we got another announcement trailer for it at the Direct, which we already knew everything about Mario Golf for the most part anyway.
Hey, here's a full explanation of all the game modes that we've already talked about in detail multiple times. Here's everything you need to know about this game that we've also talked about multiple times already.
Fitting into the same vein of filler, here's Skyward Sword remake that we've already talked about and gave you a release date for, but we're going to do it again.
But here's the kicker about Mario Golf. It literally comes out this week.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, by the way, you need something to play next week? We got you. Also, there's these other games that come out today that it's like, whatever, sure.
Yeah. Skyward Sword remake comes out like middle of July.
July 16th, I believe, is the exact date.
That sounds right.
Don't quote me on that if it's wrong, but if it does, if it is.
I liked that one a lot. It's the first Zelda game that I got Kayla to play, and she liked it a lot. It was on the Wii, and it was kind of cool. She might like it on the Switch, too. I'm not sure.
I'm glad they're moving away from motion controls for it.
I'm glad you have the option.
Correct. Like, obviously, if you want to play it in its traditional vein, go for it.
Because Skyward Sword, as like the peak pinnacle of the motion controls for the Wii, they had finally figured it out. Granted, the Wiimote still sucked. It was still a terrible controller.
No.
But they had like the game, like all the movement controls made sense.
Yep.
And it was actually like, it went back to like the Wii Sports era of movement controls, which was great because there was a lot of other games that they had come out with for first party that made no sense. Like Mario Galaxy or whatever it was just like you got to point.
Which is why I've never played Galaxy. And like I own the
Superstar Pack.
I've never played Galaxy.
I thought about picking it.
I really want to. I've heard nothing but good things about it.
I probably need to sit down and just play through it at some point.
I've also not played Sunshine yet. Dude, there's a lot of games I have not played that I even own. Like, I have access to these and I have not played them. I told myself...
Grab your torches and pitchforks.
I told myself I'm not going to buy myself anything else until I work through my game collection a little bit. So, like, as much as I want to go buy Mario Golf this week, I still have Snap to beat. I still have Doom to beat. I have all 3 Mario games I still need to beat. Like, all the 3D Mario games I need to beat. There's been multiple games I have picked up, played, enjoyed, and then something else come out and like, we'll shelve that. We'll come back to that.
I know I have Mario Maker 2 and The Witcher 3 remake, a remaster for Switch, and there's one other game floating around. I think it's Luigi's Mansion 3. I need to finish all of them still, but I had put them away because I ran out of space in my game case, and I can't find them now.
Awkward.
They're in my house somewhere. I'll find them eventually.
I know at one point you had Dark Souls.
Yeah, that one was not a good port. They delayed it, and I already paid for it, so I just waited for it, and I picked it up, and it was not a good port.
Speaking of things that are going to hopefully be good ports, there's Tony Hawk. I want you to know how excited I am for this, and also how mad I am that I already bought this.
I was about to say, don't you have it on the PC already?
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
Yeah, now you can play it on the go.
That's also another one that I need to finish playing.
Oh, no. You can buy it and skateboard on your Switch while on a skateboard.
Carl, if you know how...
Yes, I know
how unphysically fit...
I didn't say you had to be moving on the skateboard.
Do you know how dangerous that is for me?
You can just sit on the skateboard. But you can play Tony Hawk on your Switch on a skateboard. We do not condone you skateboarding and playing your Switch at the same time.
Carl, do you know who you're talking to here?
Someone's going to do it, and that's why I put the warning.
Hurt.
That's why we put the warning out there. What else? Super Monkey Ball.
Do you know how upset I am by this?
No.
It's not the fact that Super Monkey Ball is coming to the Switch, because I think the series is great. I really do. I think it's a super fantastic, like, speed game. Like, watching the speedruns of it.
Oh, the speedruns insane.
Absolutely absurd.
Oh, yeah.
Those runners have solved the gravity and controls in that game to probably some of the most absurd levels I have ever seen.
It's insane and it's great and I love it.
But I'm upset by this because they aren't giving the true Nintendo monkey its proper respect. They're celebrating Super Monkey Ball's 20th year anniversary, but Donkey Kong's 40th has just been overshadowed.
I will put it out there that Legend of Zelda's 35th pretty much got swept under the rug too.
To be fair, last year, just the world kind of imploded on itself.
Well, no, this year is 35 for Zelda. Last year was 35 for Mario.
You're getting a new game probably next
year.
year. Close enough.
No, instead I'm getting this Game & Watch, which it's a cool collectible because it's a Game & Watch, but for those that actually like are my age and don't like I know what they are, they're cool. Anybody else younger than me by like 5 or 7 years has no idea what a Game & Watch is.
Yep. But Carl, you can play Vermin as Link.
Yeah.
You can smash moles.
It's great.
As Link.
It's great. And if I can find a way to buy it, bless me. Goddamn. If I could find a way, to buy it and not spend $70 on it,
$100,000 on it,
sure, I'd pick it up and I'd have a little collectible because it's really cool.
Yep.
But I watched what happened to the Mario one.
I am terrified to know. Yeah, I'm genuinely not surprised.
It is. It's a $50 piece of plastic that plays like 2 games.
I'm actually curious how much it is selling for on eBay.
You can buy them at Walmart right now for
really
$50. That's the problem, though, is they're overpriced. These Game & Watches should only sell for $20, $30 most.
Let's see. I got one right here on eBay for $12.
Oh boy.
I really can't tell if this is the authentic one or not. It looks like it.
Let me see.
Like, I think that looks right, but...
That's it. That's the Mario Brothers one with a 3D printed base.
Is it the...
That base isn't... You don't get... That base isn't real. That's not the real base.
Oh, this is the stand. The stand is $12.
I was about to say, like, that's not the real stand. That's a 3D printed stand.
Let's see. Sealed in box, $40.
Well, it's like $10 off from what you can buy it at Walmart. So.
But you also get to pay shipping.
Yeah, and then it's might as well just went and bought it at Walmart.
Yeah, basically at that point.
That's about all the big headlines from E3. There's a lot of other random games. There's a lot of JRPGs, Japanese games that come back. Danganronpa, whatever, the high school murder party
Serial
game.
murder party. Among Us before it was popular.
Yeah, Among Us before it was a game. Yeah,
but with a demented teddy bear
as like a high school principal or whatever. Yeah,
I've literally never understood that.
It's Japan, bud. It's Japan.
To each their own, man. If you're excited
Megami
about
Tensei 5, which we knew a lot about that one already, but they just showed us more. Cool, whatever.
Yeah, when it was shown, I'm just like, I'm pretty sure I've seen this before.
Yeah, they showed
the entire time. I'm just like, I feel like I've seen or heard most of this before, and I don't know if it's from this one or 4 or what. But it's just like,
no, it was 5.
Okay,
it was a lot.
I really wasn't sure.
5. It got its own like highlight spot in a direct like 5 or 6 months ago, or whatever it was.
Speaking of directs, we finally have a release date for Unite. And by release date, I mean we know it's coming next month for Switch players.
Yeah, next month's coming out for Switch, and so get ready for that.
But that's what we know. It's next month.
Phones, mobile, tablets, all that is September.
Yep.
The reason they don't have an exact hard date is because it's probably going to be working through betas and whatnot still. Sure. So they want to make sure that the game, if I know Tencent, they want to make sure the game is functional on release.
Yep.
And not release
not an EA nightmare.
Yeah. Tencent, for those that may not know, are the parent company behind Riot that makes League of Legends. They did a very good job of being just overall like a very good MOBA like environment. League's going on 10 years now, so has a thriving competitive scene and all that. So I expect Unite to be really, really good. Especially when IRL events start back up, you'll probably have Pokken, TCG, VGC, and then Unite as its own separate thing.
I'm actually curious, do we have the entire roster revealed?
No.
We have a non-zero.
We've got a good chunk. But the cool thing about MOBAs is they're always adding characters.
So let's see, we have Pikachu, Charizard, Snorlax, Crustle. That one's new, right?
I think
that was
we hadn't
the
seen
original...
Crustle yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we hadn't seen Crustle yet.
Greninja, not really surprised by that one.
No.
I don't think it was revealed either, but not really surprised.
I'm not sure.
Eldegoss?
That's cool.
Talonflame, Lucario, Venusaur. Again, I don't think it was originally revealed, but again, not surprised.
Yeah.
Mr. Mime.
That one's cool. So
I hate it.
That one fits into this like the support role for MOBAs, and it's really
sure.
cool.
Slowbro, Absol. I think Absol's really cool.
Absol's cool. Absol's not one we saw. We didn't see Absol until
I don't
today.
think either of those are ones we have seen yet.
Yeah, we hadn't seen Absol until today.
Machamp, Wigglytuff, Alolan Ninetales, Cramorant.
Cramorant.
You gonna be a Cramorant main?
Maybe.
And then rounding it out, we have Gengar, Garchomp, and Cinderace.
To be fair, like my playstyle on League is the bulky, tanky guys, so I'll probably become a Snorlax main just because I like Snorlax.
Snorlax or Slowbro. I bet Machamp probably is also...
Machamp's probably in that slow, bulky, physical attack.
I would be very surprised if that's not the case.
I'm excited to get behind Unite and like dust off the old MOBA gloves. And...
I am very when this was originally revealed, it got a lot of hate. It really did.
I was excited for it, but it wasn't what we expected.
And I think that's the big part of it is people wanted anything else because it was the way it was hyped up was, hey, we have a whole second direct next week. Be prepared for it. And so people just all week speculated that obviously this is a new game. What is it going to be? And then when it was a MOBA, people were like, but why?
Yeah.
Why reveal this now? And honestly, I really think this game's going to be fun. I think it's going to be very good because look at who's backing it. You know?
Oh yeah.
And
like for all they've done, Tencent is still a multi-billion-dollar company. Like they can back anything and they can make sure it does well.
So I want this to be good. I am excited to actually try it. And everyone I've talked to that has played in the beta, the Canadian beta that was 3 months ago.
Thanks, Tim.
Yeah, basically. I know Tim was involved. There was a couple other in the Discord that talked about it. And all of them said it was really fun and enjoyable.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm really hoping we get the best of both worlds when it comes to, like, the MOBA community and the Pokemon community. And people go, this game is great. This is amazing. This is fun and enjoyable. And I really don't want it to be what people anticipate from the MOBA communities.
Oh yeah, like you do not want to get into the entirety of what a MOBA community looks like. It's bad.
And not only that, but when you put that in with how bad the Pokemon community can be, like we've seen a lot of good from the Pokemon community, but man, do they want to tear down anything and everything they possibly can too. Like, again, perfect example is Unite. Look at how much hate it got as soon as it was revealed.
Yep.
For no other reason than it's not what they wanted.
Yeah.
And look at the hate that
Sword
and Shield got. Because not every Pokemon is in this. You reuse sprites. How dare you?
Yeah, Dexit is still a thing. Years later, Dexit is still a hashtag people use.
I legitimately... And you can go to any tweet that Pokemon puts out. There will be people on there hating it.
Yep.
And it won't even be relevant to whatever they tweeted. People will be on there hating about something. I do not get it, man. I have been involved in this franchise for 25 years, basically. It is how I learned how to read, And, like legitimately, I learned to read and play games by playing Pokemon.
Yep.
This is the one franchise I will always come back to, regardless of everything else. And it just, people want to tear it down as much as they love it.
Yep. So this has been kind of nice, just talking about E3 and not VGC for a while.
Yeah, it's cool. It's definitely very different than everything else we've ever done, I feel like.
Which, with PC4 now, like the first part of PC4 now and done with, it's kind of just like ways to mitigate burnout, people wanting to quit because they're done, they've been working real hard. I know a couple of our community is going to be stepping away from VGC in general for a while.
It's like, you know what? I have had my fair share for a hot minute.
And that's fine.
Completely
It's going to
understandable.
be here when you get back. It's not going anywhere.
Yep. It'll be completely different by the time you get back, I'm sure.
Maybe
But-
not. Depends on how long people take their breaks for and whatnot. Because we still have a whole another month of Series 9 to get through.
Yep.
But we did community night last night. Well, since we're recording on Thursday, we did community night last Wednesday. An impromptu one at best, but it was still fun.
Mm-hmm.
I had 6 people here. We played Quiplash, and we played Monster Trivia Party. I got Marbles on stream downloaded, so we can play that in like downtime if we're wanting to do that. Which that's a whole other can of worms. I have to show you that later.
What is it?
Marbles on stream. It is a hoot. I'll have to explain it to you later.
This is like a stream overlay game?
Kinda. So you sync it up to Twitch.
Okay.
And your chat members join the game through Twitch.
Okay.
You're each assigned a marble. And your marble goes through the course. And the person, if you try to make it to the end of the course.
Okay.
You can do things like exclamation mark boost and whatnot. You can buy skins for people's marbles. Like, you can buy skins for marbles, so your subs get different marble skins compared to like just normal viewers. It's a lot of fun, and it's kind of like it's a free game. Like, you don't have to actually buy anything. And it's a lot of fun. I played it with a couple of the ATX people one night over on DePickley's stream, and it was a hoot. I was like, well, our community would probably enjoy this. Like, if I download it and we can at least attempt it, and they had fun with it. We only played like 3 races because it was like at the end of the whole thing, but it was a lot of fun.
I know. I streamed a couple times this week. Might stream tomorrow as well.
Cool. I have something to watch at work.
Depending on how the day goes. I know there's quite a few errands that we need to run and everything else to prep for me going back to work on Saturday and everything else. So need quite a bit done still. And if we have time, I will. If not, well, I'm sorry. But let's see. Tuesday, we had
your box opening.
It was the LGS release date for Chilling Reign, which is a new set for Pokemon TCG. Tiff and I bought a booster box each, and then we got a ETB each as well. An Elite Trainer box is what they're called.
Yeah.
They come with like sleeves, and each one has unique dice, and there's damage counters, and basically everything you need to play the game you can get in this box. And it comes with 8 packs on top of basic energies and everything else. So it's a lot. It's great. They come in boxes so you can actually store cards in them too. It's like fantastic products. Really do recommend them if like you want to get into like opening stuff but not really sure where to start.
I like buying them. Like I bought a Shining Fates one just because I wanted Shining Fates to open. I didn't want to hunt around for a bunch of just individual packs. Yep. And it was fun. I enjoyed opening it.
Well, especially like those special sets like that also come with like promos and stuff too. So I know Champion's Path came out this year. It has a like full art Charizard promo, and it's like $35 because of course it's Charizard.
I bought the Cramorant box for Shining Fates. I now have a giant orange Cramorant card that will fit in the binder. Yep. I was worried that it wouldn't because I've seen people's who don't. And I'm just like, why does this one fit but this one don't?
It's funny because once they announced that binder, they resized the oversized cards, so they all fit in there now.
Oh, that's cool.
The ones prior to that are slightly too large, and as a result, they don't fit. Because we had a pin collection. It was like the Galar Starter pin collection. And it came with an oversized Zacian, and the other one came with an oversized Zamazenta. And they're about this much too big to fit in the binders.
Oh, goodness.
So we just have them sitting on the table like, I have literally nothing I can do with these.
I can't do anything with you. You're stuck.
Whereas the rest of them all fit in our perfect little binders, and, you know, they're great. But these are boxes. Tiff went up to help the LGS sort out all their product they had coming in. They had a ton of stuff come in. Because,
I bet.
Not only did we have Pokemon release date.
You got Magic.
Magic had Modern Horizons 2 collector boosters come in that day, too.
Jesus Christ.
So they had boxes upon boxes upon boxes to
so much
sort
product.
and sell and everything else. And it was a very busy day, Tiff was telling me. And so they gave her an extra ETB to open for it coming up and helping. In her first ETB, she opened one of the gold cards in it, which are, I want to say, the highest rarity. They're the most rare card. And like all the Pokemon.
Wasn't it the bronze song?
Yeah. All the Pokemon on them are the shiny variants, but they're all full art cards. There's also full art trainers, the gold trainers, and then there's in this set they have 3 basic energies that are also gold, and they are so pretty.
The psychic, the water, and the fighting.
I believe that's correct. Yeah, that sounds correct.
That sounds right.
So she opened like the Bronzong, and then she had a Slowking VMAX and like a couple other things. You know, like for a free box, pretty
cool.
Good.
Yeah.
My all my stuff I opened on stream.
Mm-hmm.
My ETB was pretty lackluster, and then I opened a full art Melanie. It's like, all right, well, this is beautiful. Paid for the ETB.
Yeah.
And then my booster box, on average, a box will have anywhere from like 6 to 7 Vs / full art cards. Mine had 8.
Mm-hmm.
One of which was a Shadow Rider V, which is one of the best cards in the set. So there's $20. And I opened the alternate art.
Yeah, I remember that one. That one was pretty.
Oh, it's so pretty, man. It's like $80. It's like, man, my box was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, there's no possible way Tiff can open better than mine.
I know it's coming because I saw what the opening was.
So her ETB, about the 3rd pack, she opened a full art Melanie. And that's it. That's all she opened from her ETB. Just like, but again, it pays for the ETB. So
that's fine, yeah.
And then like 3 packs into her box, she opens a gold Snorlax. It's like, oh, that's really pretty. So she's opened some stuff, and I'm looking it up. I'm like, there is no way this price is right.
It's right. It's 100% correct.
I'm like, this cannot be correct. It is the most expensive card in the set.
I know.
And it's not close. It's like $30 more than the next most expensive card.
I know. And the sad part is that's the one I want out of the set, just like to collect, because it's Snorlax. And
$180.
I'm not paying that much. Nope.
Not only did she open this gold Snorlax, she opened a Rainbow Rare Agatha.
That's cool.
Which is like another $50. She opened a full art Blaziken V, which is like $20.
Isn't that you wanted the secret rare one?
I want the secret rare V Max.
It's the comic book art kind of style.
Yeah, it's like Blaziken standing next to one of the towers on the Isle of Armor.
It's the kaiju style art.
Yeah, and it looks sick. It is phenomenal. Unfortunately, we did not open it.
Aw.
I know. So not only did she open like 3 very expensive, well, like the most expensive card, one of the most expensive trainers, and a full art. So like the 3 highest rarities, she opened one of each. Then on top of that, she had like 7 more Vs.
Jesus.
Dude, absolutely insane boxes.
Boxes were stacked.
Literally could not have asked for better boxes here. Like, combined, we opened like almost 90 packs. And just like, it is hard to flip Pokemon packs to make your money.
Mm-hmm.
If we had done this, we could have probably got like 3 more boxes.
Probably.
And then some.
Probably.
Just like, holy cow.
play the booster box game like the Tulare Community College does for Magic.
Most Pokemon packs, you will not get there.
Oh, I know.
But
most Magic sets, he doesn't get there either.
True. Especially, I have noticed here lately, in Pokemon, your value is more evenly spread out in cards. There's very few times where it's just like, all right, well, you had to open exactly this card, otherwise you don't make your money.
Unlike Magic sets, where a lot of that is true.
And not only that, but like Pokemon Bulk is also worth way more than Magic Bulk.
Oh yeah,
Magic Bulk is like probably $2 for 1,000 cards,
something like that.
Just absurdly low.
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon is like 7 cents a card, like astronomically different.
Yeah.
And that's just for like commons and uncommons, so that's not including bulk rares and everything else. So like your overall price of Pokemon cards are less expensive, but your overall like return on investment, if you want to look at it that way, is higher.
Yeah.
You get more money out of a generic pack than you would with Magic.
Mm-hmm.
So
that makes sense.
It's really weird, but at the same time, it's really great.
Yeah, so I can understand that. It makes opening Pokemon a little bit more enjoyable.
Yep. Plus, we want to collect everything, basically.
Like a one of everything kind of thing, or a two of everything?
For all the Vs and VMAXs and Rainbows and all those, we want one. Because everything else, we want a playset, which is 4. So,
it's easier to get that stuff, though.
Again, if you look at your commons, getting 4 of a common is exceptionally easy. Getting 4 of the reverse holo of the common, a little harder. Because those are 1 per pack at various rarities.
Yeah.
4 of a rare, not too difficult. I mean, you're going to need to open quite a few to get of everything.
Yeah.
4 rev holos of each rare, again, you're looking at quite a bit. And so, like, to do all that and then 4 of each V, 4, of each
alternate it's just a lot, like, yeah.
We opened our 1 Snorlax, I'm good. Like, if we open another one, sell it. Get rid of it. I don't need this.
You sell it to me.
Give me a hell of a deal on it. So, it's great. I really enjoyed opening it. My box was insane. Tiff's was even
somehow
more.
Tiff's was even better.
I even said on stream, I'm like, there's like no possible way hers can be better. And then she just
turns around and just blows it out of the water.
In like 3 packs.
Beats most of your value in 1 card.
So
it's like, hold my beer.
So like, kind of getting us back on track. There's 100 different ways you can like avoid burnout. And honestly, one of my ways of doing it is just not continuously bashing my head against the wall doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I have, like I've talked about, I have 100 different games that I haven't beaten because I keep coming back to Pokemon.
Yep.
And I keep coming back because I genuinely enjoy it. But like, even looking at Pokemon, there's 100 different things I do there. I have the TCG. I do randomizer, like key item randomizers in Crystal. Like those are completely different than playing competitive VGC. Mm-hmm. So like,
yeah, as someone who started as a speedrunner before VGC was like the thing I did, it's 2 totally different beasts. So it's nice to kind of like go back and play speedruns every once in a while.
Yeah, because in a speedrun, it's like, all right, these are all known quantities. So you just need to do calcs for, a few minor different things. Mm-hmm. Like, specifically, like, Let's Go.
Yeah, Let's Go is a real big one where it's calcs are easy to do. And
all your IVs on your starter are set.
Yep.
From my understanding. The big difference there is your nature, which is 1 in 25. So, sure, you have... And obviously, some of those are much worse than others. Like, I believe for specifically Pikachu, you want, like, plus attack, but you don't want minus special attack. Because in the early game, you still have, like, Thunder Shock and other moves that you need to be able to use and be able to hit different ranges.
Like, you're aiming for plus attack, minus special defense, which is...
Minus special defense or minus defense are usually... Yeah. But, like, you also don't want... Like, you don't want any of the minus attack natures. So that eliminates 5 of them.
Yeah.
You don't want minus speed natures. That eliminates 5 more of them. So, like, when you get down to it, there's only 6 runnable natures. Just throwing out a number. And then later in the run, you're able to manipulate exactly what nature you obtain. But for your Starmie, your IVs are completely randomized.
Yeah.
So, sure, you're always going to have a modest Starmie because you don't ever need a physical attack on it. But if you get a modest 0 special attack for Starmie,
the run's just dead.
Yeah, your ranges are severely different than that in which you got a 17 special attack nature.
Yeah.
Now, that also says if you get like a 3 speed Starmie, there's going to be things that outspeed you as opposed to getting 25. And the difference between like 17 and 30 on your speed is also huge because, all right, well, now you can outspeed this trainer, but you can't outspeed this one, so now your item usage is different. So there's a lot of things that go into knowing exactly how to speedrun. Whereas with VGC, it's like, all right, I know exactly what my team does.
Yeah.
I have literally no idea about anything else.
Yeah.
Because, like, look at Grimmsnarl as a perfect example.
Oh, yeah.
How many different Grimmsnarl sets are there right now, Carl?
More than I can count on my fingers
Cool.
and toes.
So, now, in team preview, how do you identify that?
You don't. You can't.
Because even if you say, all right, their team is, pretty bulky, they would really like the extra bulk from strains. Well, suddenly you're getting tricked with the lagging tail.
Yeah, suddenly you have a lagging tail and you're just kind of just sitting there scratching your head,
like,
wondering what happened.
Like, well, that's really weird because you also have Tailwind on your team, so like you don't need the extra speed control, but like it's also useful because you're weak to Trick Room. So having the ability to take away the Trick Room Sweeper's item while also making them the slowest thing on the field, regardless of
regardless of whatever speed situation it is.
So there's just a ton that goes into exactly one decision.
Oh yeah.
Like, all right, what item do you run on this Pokemon? I've seen Life Orb on Landorus. I've seen Assault Vest. I've seen Choice Scarf. I've seen Lumberry. That's 4 items. Those are all 4 completely different sets.
Yep.
Like,
like what can you do?
So, basically, TLDR, you gotta be able to do something else.
Take a break.
It is completely okay to say, I am not enjoying this right now. I need to do something else.
Yep. Good mental is always good.
There's been times where I've like recorded laddering and like halfway through I'm just like, this is not fun. I need to step away for today. And I can come back tomorrow morning and record this and get it uploaded and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I've done that multiple times where it's just like, okay, I've had a very, very bad run. I need to step away before I tilt off the side of the earth and throw my Switch out the window. Which now that I have 2 Switches, that's okay.
Just gonna steal 2. Fine. So what else are we talking about? I know I have some other stuff written down, but we're also running long already.
Yeah, we're running a little long.
So
I sat here and rambled forever.
We might just jump straight into our team of the week and call it a day there. What do you think?
Sure.
So, team of the week.
Everything else we were going to talk about isn't solidified yet, so
yeah, we'll get to all that
we'll keep
stuff.
that in private.
Yeah, we'll get that stuff figured out. So, team of the week. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
2 HP, man. 2 HP.
Yep. The difference between you winning the game and losing the game was 2 HP.
Worst part is, I anticipated this team.
Yeah,
you fully anticipated this. Chose the team I felt had the best matchup against it.
And you did. You chose the best team. With the
2 HP, Carl.
So, for those that have not watched the showdown, I am now
First off, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah, go watch those because they're a hoot. 2, I am now 3-0.
I don't want to talk about it.
And I played Dracovish, Sandrush with Weakness Policy T-Tar and a whole bunch of fun stuff.
I feel like you've ignored the most, like, glaring thing on this team.
Oh, you mean the Pokemon that won NG $50?
Yeah, the Thunderous.
No, yeah.
Oh, okay.
The Scarf Obstacle, which is actually really cool.
It's actually really sick, man.
Parting Shot on Scarf Obstagoon, you're faster than a lot of the format at Scarf. I think Aleki's like the one thing you have to kind of worry about.
What does our max speed actually get us to?
I was at 161 on this one.
Was that with Scarf?
That was without Scarf.
Angie, what are you doing? You're wasting EVs there. 161 is the same speed stat as 160. You're wasting 8 EVs. What are you doing?
Let's see here. I don't know why I'm doing it here. Oh, because I have it right here.
You literally have it pulled up, Carl.
Obstagoon. Oh, it's because it's 95. It's not weird.
Yeah, 95 is really awkward. You don't beat 100s, but...
Yeah, 161's max speed.
So what you're saying is we're wasting 8 EVs.
No, actually, because we're going down to 160. 160 and 161, you'll be 1 point faster at 161 than you'd be at 160. Speed doesn't matter as much as it does when it comes to attack. Think about it this way, because damage is always a roll anyway.
Yeah, but...
So your damage isn't always fixed.
But
However,
your speed stat still rounds down.
But
So,
you still have... You're starting at 161 instead of 160.
yeah, but that...
So you're 1 point faster than you would be at 160.
That's not right, is it?
Yeah, because it's 1.5 plus your speed stat.
So at 160 you get to 240.
Yep.
161...
It's still 240
241.
plus 1.
Okay, I stand corrected.
Because speed and HP are the only weird ones where you want to just put as much into it as you can, unless you need
I stand
life orb
corrected.
and whatnot.
You still lose to
Because it's
Eleki.
241, right?
Yeah.
So you like Aleki's like the one scary thing.
Which I even had!
You outspeed Scarf Lando. That's actually cool. So this obstacle is really sweet. It's got knockoff, snarl, parting shot, and then we have surf to activate our Tyrannosaurus weakness policy.
Which you and I kind of talked about this during the outro. A lot of people feel like, personally, if I see Tyranitar, regardless of what else is on the team, I feel like it's going to have policy.
Almost 100% of the time, yeah.
Even if there's not a way to trigger it themselves, I feel like it always has policy.
And I talked about it in the deep dive last week with Tyranitar. It's like, be aware that this thing almost always carries weakness policy. Do not activate it unless you know you can deal with a +2 Tyranitar. Because it will deal with you.
A while back, I ran into Sash T-Tar.
Yep, that's a common one too.
I feel like those two...
And it makes sense.
I feel like those two are your most common items. I could be wrong. Is there one in between?
The other one, no. It's literally 64%, 12%, and then 3s and 5s for Band, Scarf, Choppleberries at 9, and then Assault Vest is at 2.
I'm honestly surprised that, like, Lum isn't higher.
It's more, you usually can, like, slap tap a Feeny alongside it nowadays, and you don't have to worry about it as much.
Like, obviously, you have access to Sandros Dracofish, so, like, your water Martin slot is...
This one is taken.
Always taken.
This one is taken, yes.
I personally have not really been impressed with Dracofish T-Tar. Just in, like, personal experience, I feel like it just doesn't...
I like Draco Zolt more than like Draco Vish.
Yeah.
But I understand why we're Draco Vish, just because it's just like we already have our electric type in Thunderous.
Here I love it.
Like, here is fine, but most of the time I always would like either Excadrill with T-Tar or like Draco Zolt with T-Tar. Aldrich Yan's team does Lycanroc with T-Tar, and that one's really cool.
Yeah, that one is sick. That was something that Aaron Zhang played on
sometime this past week or and a half or two.
Hell, it's been this month.
I know it's been this month. It's been in the last couple weeks, I think.
Yeah, because he does videos. He does a team for 2 videos as opposed to us doing 3.
Yeah,
which is fine. I actually prefer doing it with 3.
Yeah. But yeah, this team's super sweet. We have Thunderous Therian, right?
Yep, because NG said that this team suffers a lot from
regular.
Specifically Dynamax Eleki, if I remember correctly.
And you can just switch in this thing into any slot that Eleki's trying to attack down, and it's great.
And so, like, I anticipated this, and I brought Eleki, and he said specifically Life Orb Eleki was a problem. Well, I'm Specs. I make the damage output look minuscule.
You got blown up. You switched into a Fish's Friend.
I definitely, like, looking back, I think that is still 100% a mistake.
Yeah.
I think losing Ensign is probably worth being able to bring in Eleki safely and then clean up the endgame there.
Yeah. Rest of this team, there's an Assault Vest Kartana and a Babiri Berry Togekiss. I do not like Babiri Berry Togekiss right now.
Wakan.
Wakan Berry is much more speed.
Especially since we do have a problem with Eleki. I think Wakan would really help that out.
Yeah. Wakan would definitely be a fix because Togekiss can survive almost any hit from Eleki with Wakan, even through Dynamax Life Orb.
Yep.
So then you just get to blow up the Eleki and it's no longer a problem. But yeah, this team is super sweet. I'm excited to see you play with some unique stuff here on Ladder because you're already doing really well.
Yeah, we kind of talked about this on yesterday's video too. It's just like, yeah, it's been great. Laddering is great.
Yeah, laddering has been great for you. Every team I win with, you just take off. You were like what, 14-7 at the moment?
At one point I was, I think, 7-1. Like when I started the season, got to dang near top 500, which is the highest I've ever been. Again, I'm not one who strives on personal records or anything like that. Just like, I play this game, 1, to have fun, and 2, to try to teach someone else something.
Yeah.
I am in no way consider myself a tryhard.
Yeah. And
that's why, circling back, taking a break is okay.
Well, you can't take a break from this one.
You don't always have to be the best at everything.
Yeah.
It is okay to say, I'm fine with not doing this. Yep. But at the same time, set goals for yourself. Be okay if you want to reach top 1,000 this month on the ladder. Go for it. 100%.
Bauerdad's really good about that.
If you think you can, you put in enough effort, you can.
Yep.
At the same time, though, don't beat yourself up too much if you don't obtain it.
Yeah.
It's okay to fail. You learn from failing. Mm-hmm. We're getting real, life and depth.
Well, this is kind of just Players Cup 4 was this past weekend. This is kind of the chill out one. So it's kind of nice to just kind of relax and talk about other things.
For sure. This has been, honestly, really enjoyable to do, just, hang out and talk this week.
Yeah, and not be a VGC focused on data like we had been the last couple weeks.
For sure.
Which
we'll get back to next week.
We've got a lot of events right there, bang, 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 because we had to move them around.
Yeah, we got we have a Rumble on Wednesday this week.
Yep.
We have a
LRQ on
qualifier
Saturday.
On Sunday.
Oh, Sunday, yeah, it's on the 27th.
And then the following week, we have another Rumble on Wednesday, correct?
30th. Yep.
Okay.
Because we wanted to get another event in before the 4th, because we were going to have an event that weekend, but we pushed it off to the week after that. Which
actually works out great because we had to push back this event from this most recent weekend.
It would have been Saturday, which was Players Cup 4 day, so we weren't competing with that.
Yeah. Not only are we not going to, that's... Go play that. You've earned your slot. You earned your
spot in that one. Go play that one. Don't
there will be 100 more qualifiers. Well, not really. There will be 8 more qualifiers.
Yeah, 8 more.
You can come win one of those in the future. You'll be fine.
I'm gonna get this banner back up here so we can do our outro here.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we're done.
Is that your way of saying get us out of here?
I think that's everything. I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
That's mostly everything we wanted to talk about.
The other thing we wanted to talk about, we're going to save for later date when we can get other stuff nailed down.
We might talk about that next week once we get, if we have things.
If we need some kind of filler, yeah.
Which we got, like we talked about, we have a bunch of stuff to talk about next week.
Which we could just. I was thinking about taking all that data from the 23rd to the 30th and just compiling it all into one sheet.
And just doing over 3 events. This is
the
our
big
meta.
one. Yeah.
I can see it.
I like that better because it's all within the span of a week anyway.
Yeah, it's
Wednesday to
events,
Wednesday.
yeah.
So
in 8 days or whatever.
We could just save it for not
the
this
following week,
but the week after that. Yeah.
And then we can talk about PC4 stuff next week.
PC4 stuff and our thing we were working on.
Yep.
Sounds fun.
We'll figure something else to
Yeah,
fill
we'll
in
get it figured out.
I feel like we're gonna still have something else to talk about. So
yeah, exactly. I think that's it.
I think so. So let's see. If you're listening on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, all that cool stuff. It really does help us out. If you're not listening on YouTube, the link to our channel is down below. Go ahead and go subscribe to there and watch anything and everything you find interesting there. We have all kinds of stuff up on the YouTube channel. And then, let's see. Come and follow us on Twitter. I am at Mr. Missouri 25. Carl is at Musical VGC. And then the podcast has our own Twitter at LR Lessons.
Yep.
You can find myself on Twitch at Mr. Missouri 25. Carl is at Musical. Of the two of us, I'm more active on there just because he, works for a living. I mean, I do too. But
yeah, but you have 4 days and I work every day, and there's
you work 6 to 7 days a week. I work 4.
Say next week 7 days.
Yeah, 4 to 5, whatever.
You're going to be in charge of the Rumble next Wednesday because I am not going to be around to do it.
I quit. I've ran the last couples.
I was like, I'm not actually not going to probably be there.
Yeah, it'll be fine. We'll make it work. I've ran them before.
Thursday's also going to suck.
What's Thursday?
I have to work Thursday.
All day?
Most likely.
Great.
Yeah.
Who needs a day off?
Right?
It's not like you just work 2 weeks in a row. You'll be fine.
Yeah, it's not like I just work 2 weeks in a row and then this is my 1 day off, then I get to work another 2 weeks in a row. Yeah.
Hooray!
September can't come fast enough. Let me tell you.
We need to figure out what we're gonna do that week because we're not gonna be here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get recordings ahead of time.
We can record it there.
We could.
We need to find a laptop.
I think there's one over there. I might have one over there. It might.
Yeah, but then we also have to take equipment with us. I don't know. We'll figure that out.
We might just record something special for.
We'll record it on the phone, and you'll have a hell of a time editing.
I'm about to say we can have like a vlog.
Just completely unrelated to everything else we've done.
Here's our vacation vlog. We might just also take that week off from the podcast and just have YouTube stuff lined up.
Yeah, who knows? We'll figure something out.
It's still a ways away.
Yeah, that's like 3 months away. We'll figure something out. Discord. Come join our Discord. Yeah. It's great.
Community's great. We're doing community nights now on the Wednesdays where we don't hold rumbles.
Which means we won't have one the next 2 weeks, but we will the first week of July.
Yeah.
The 7th.
The first Wednesday of July we'll have
6th?
What?
7th.
4th's Sunday.
Yeah, so 7th.
7th. Yep,
cool.
It'll be July 7th is our first official one. I'm not sure what we'll be playing yet. Had a lot of fun with the Jackbox party games, but we had a bunch of other options up there too.
Yeah, Mario Kart, Mario Party. The problem with those, like specifically like Mario Party, is it's limited to 4. Mario Kart's of course limited to 8.
There also is like you have to have the game kind of situation.
Whereas Jackbox is just like, yeah, sure.
You got a phone, you can play.
You have a computer, cool.
Yeah, it was great. And that's why those are fun.
Yep, full agree.
I think that's everything.
Sure.
Twitter, Twitch, Discord, YouTube.
That sounds right.
Okay.
We do this every week, man. I'm just like, I feel like we're missing something, but I think that's it.
Get us out of here.
All right, man. Have a fantastic week, everyone. We'll be back next week with some more Littleroot lessons. Have a good one. Peace.